Dee 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 da. This summer has been an ordinary summer. Well, I feel like it's been ordinary on the macro micro level. So like when I say that, I mean like on the micro level of this like grand life thing, as in my lived reality. And like when I say micro macro, I mean like the physical aspect. So like the day-to-day aspect of doing things and doing my routines have been ordinary. But I feel like on the micro of the micro level, when it comes to like my mind and thoughts and things that I've been thinking about, it has not been so ordinary, because I feel like I've been thinking, I haven't had a choice but to think about a lot of things when it comes to the macro external element of life and other people's livelihoods and how other people are being treated and how they are living and being processed in this here reality. I've had no other choice but to really confront that and look at that and see that and compare it to what I call my mundane. So that's when it goes to the macro micro. So overall scale, let's say in the grand scale of this life thing, when it comes to how we interact, there's the macro. So that's your overall environment, everybody's different lives and realities happening simultaneously. And then there's what I call the macro micro. Is it's a part of the micro as in like your own reality, your life, but it's like the macro grand scheme of things of how you're moving about. And then there's the micro level of the micro, which is like your mindset, if that makes sense, your thought process, your inner thoughts, your inner spiritual journey. I hope that makes sense. In my head it's making sense. I hope it makes sense externally. But I feel like the macro micro has been mundane. The macro has not been mundane. It's been very weird times when we think about our environment and society. And oh man, but I feel like the day-to-day has been, my macro micro has been pretty mundane. But I wanted to take time to really reflect on my summer and appreciate the mundane of my summer, and also just document. You know, I've been thinking a lot about how you live this regular life even in the midst of like so much crazy things happening outside, and it's like you may be able to stay in that bubble for forever, but you may not be able to. But last, I'm appreciating like all the like little things that I did this summer and just put it together. I feel like a big thing that I did this summer was gardening, and that taught me a lot. I made a video about that, but gardening is like really made me like sit and like really internalize certain types of ideas when it comes to personal growth and how we grow and the environment that it takes for us to grow and to become who we want to be and the best of who we want to be. I think like gardening was really a big part in that understanding. I'm happy that I did it. I'm happy that I take that time to do it. But I feel like this summer it felt really calm to me, because maybe not really calm, but it felt like a summer of just like getting acclimated to like maybe a new norm, if that makes sense. Because last summer I was thinking to myself, I was like, well, what did I do last summer? Because I was like, dang, what did I do this summer? Then I thought, well, what did I do last summer? And last summer I feel like it was really a transitional period for me, because I just finished buying my first property, and then like moving into that and like getting situated. I started a new job alongside of that, and then I made my own home studio, my pottery studio last summer. So I feel like I did a lot last summer. So when it comes to this summer, it doesn't really feel like I did a lot, but I guess it's really me just getting acclimated into the new change. Even though personally I want to be moving more, I wanted this summer to be faster than last summer. I wanted to have more change than last summer, but it was the exact opposite. And I feel like I struggle with that a little bit, but I have to maybe sit and understand that, like, dang, girl, you just entered this new phase of life. Even though I feel like a year feels long, but a year at the same time is also starting to feel short. So maybe I just have to like sit in that. And I feel like with sitting in that and with the mundane, it's given me a lot of, I guess, time to process a lot of thoughts and ideas and process the next step of what I want to be doing and how I want to change and how I want to live on the type of life that I really want and how to move forward to that. I feel like doing those mundane routine things of like going out walking and then like doing my little garden thing here and there, and I feel like doing those little routine things have like freed my mind a bit to think a lot. You know, I don't want to be overthinking. I want to be doing more doing than overthinking. But last, it's giving my mind time to really sit down and really write out plans. I've been like putting things to words versus just typing out in my like little Notion. I've been like writing things down, of trying to simplify my overthinking and have like certain goals and like certain objectives of certain principles, like how do I want to be living by, what do I want to be doing, what's like the core of that, and then thinking about like small baby steps of how to get there, because I feel like I think about so much, I want to do so much, but it's so hard to do so much all at once. I'm only one person, so I'm trying to rein in the reels for myself and giving myself goals and things I can tangibly do little by little, step by step. So I feel like that's what this summer really was about. I was trying to think like, what theme do I have for summer? What do I want to call this summer? I don't really want to call it mundane, but then again, there's beauty in mundane, you know? Mundane can be beautiful. But I think this summer was really me just having to sit in things, having to sit in the new space I'm in, thinking how I feel about it, what I want to change about it, where I've landed. Is this where I wanted to land? Well, if it's not where I wanted to land, where do I want to go? That's what this summer has been about to me. And I feel like I said, I really appreciate this summer as well. Like, it is not lost on me. I think it's a privilege to have the simple summer that I have. And I enjoyed, even though it was simple, and even though I want to do more and I want to be in a different place in life, I think I enjoyed the summer that I had. And I think in reality, even though I have these stressors of like what I want to do in the future, I think the summer that I had is the type of summer that I would want to have, you know? When I think about like where I want to end up, I want to be comfortable in a space where I can create and just enjoy nature, go out and, you know, have time to myself, enjoy my company. And I think I did that this summer. I think because I have the pending loom of the macro, right? The macro environment, the macro society on my back is making me feel like I have to rush a little bit. Well, I think I've always felt like I have to rush, but it's more so feeling like by fire, by force territory, that I have to get certain things done and I have to get to a certain place in my life faster, or else maybe I might not ever get the circumstances to get to that place. So I feel like that's been making me feel rushed. But I guess in the grand scheme of things, I've been doing a lot of things that I wanted to do in life, and I need to enjoy that and appreciate that. I've seen many beautiful things and many inspirational things even in my mundane and my day-to-day life, which I'm really grateful for. And I've had some new experiences and shifts in my life, like especially fostering, and then now about to be adopting a dog. That's a big deal, which I thought about that a lot. I think I've talked about that in my video journals of like prepping for that decision. But that's what this summer was. It was ordinary. Ordinary on the macro level, or the macro level. But it was still a beautiful summer to me, and I'm really grateful for it. And with all the macro things that are happening in the world and society, I hope that can become more mundane again. I hope the macro levels of society and things can start becoming a little bit more mundane again. If they ever were mundane, you know. I think maybe they were mundane from a Western point of view. But alas, that was this summer. Let's see what next summer looks like. I'm hoping for a beautiful, lovely next summer, and I hope other people have beautiful, lovely next summers as well. But yeah. I just picked my first strawberry from my strawberry plant. It's kind of sour.
Started in the first measure, then got attention spans to wait, feeling all this heavy pressure while I'm trying to find my way. They made a mess of this land, and I can't find the right saying, but I'm just trying to catch the good wave. Maybe it'll take me far. Gotta face the man, gotta have a plan, gotta work a job and watch the world collapse. Gotta live my life, gotta stop from crying, gotta catch my breath. Where is my lifeline? Saw a granny spitting a word, think it might have been AI. Lately been admiring birds, wish I'd learn a way to fly. Flying to a new land, a place don't meet my demands. I'll just try to make the next day, hoping it'll get me paid.
soon to be fucking there. That's who I'm gonna be fostering back there. And then I'm dropping him off to his foster.
Do I clock it? Do I be quiet? Find a profit, then I'll unwind. Found a profit, found a heat line. Keep a locket, just to rewind. It's just too much, can't find no fun. Is it the way? Can't find no love. I'm just trying to find the right way, hoping it'll take me far. Gotta face the man, gotta have a plan. Gotta work a job and watch the world collapse. Gotta live my life, gotta stop from crying. Gotta catch my breath. Where is my lifeline? Where is my lifeline?